This video is the 8th episode of the House to Home series, where I'll be transforming a newly built 2-bedroom apartment in Western Sydney. The clients are newlyweds who are moving into their first apartment. Follow along as I take you through the design process, all the way to a final tour of the space. The apartment has a total internal area of 84 square meters, featuring a master bedroom with an ensuite, a second bedroom, a bathroom, and a multi-purpose room. There is also an open-plan kitchen, living, and dining area that opens up onto a 10 square meter balcony with windows facing northwest. The whole apartment comes to a total of 94 square meters. Some of the initial challenges were working with space constraints and also incorporating the client's existing furniture into the space. As both of the clients regularly work from home, they required 2 separate remote work setups, which was a challenge in a relatively small space. Space was also an issue in the kitchen, where there was not enough bench space for appliances like their coffee machine, air fryer, and rice cooker. Finally, the clients wished to include existing furniture pieces such as their own brown leather sofa, walnut desk, and gifted custom-made coffee table in their new home, so we had to design around these pieces. Before I continue, I wanted to quickly thank BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. BetterHelp is a customized online therapy that offers phone, video, text, or even a live chat session with your therapist. I think many of us face a mental health challenge at some point in our life, whether it is feeling stressed, lost in life, or in my case, dealing with anxiety from time to time. It is important to be able to talk with someone about it, but finding someone who can properly listen and help can often be challenging. BetterHelp is trying to change that and make therapy more accessible. It is 100% online. All you have to do is take a quiz, and they'll link you up with their huge network of over 25,000 licensed therapists. If for any reason your therapist isn't a good fit, you can switch to a new therapist for free. Most importantly, you get the same quality you expect from an in-office therapy, but with more flexibility and at a more affordable price. You can even get 10% off your first month if you go to the link in the description, betterhelp.com/Reynard. So if you or someone you know could benefit from speaking with a licensed therapist, then go check out that link, and I hope that therapy can improve your life. The clients wanted a fusion of 2 interior design styles, primarily focused on mid-century modern with hints of Japandi. Mid-century modern is all about geometric and curvy linear lines, simple silhouettes, minimal hardware, bold accent colors, and a timeless appeal. On the other hand, Japandi combines Japanese and Scandinavian design focused on ideas surrounding coziness and locating beauty in the imperfect, featuring natural materials and rich color palettes. This meant that the space will strongly draw upon the dark walnut accents found in their existing furniture to create a calming, warm, and inviting space. The client's wish list was to have 2 desks located in separate areas of the apartment, extra countertop space for appliances in the kitchen, a couch located at an optimal viewing distance for their 65-inch TV, their second bedroom turned into a home office, a place for friends to chill and sit in the home office, and an arch mirror in the living area. During an initial meeting, the clients mentioned that they did not need a dining table as their priority was to have a desk in the open-plan living area. While this could work, it is nice to have a dining area for everyday use as well as for entertaining in every home. After doing some sketches, I came up with some space-saving measures to achieve a layout that incorporates all the standard elements of an open-plan living area, with an additional desk. I moved the living area of the apartment as far towards the balcony as possible to free up space between the kitchen island and the couch for a dining table. Instead of 4 dining chairs, I propose using 2 chairs and a bench to allow for enough walking space between furniture items. A bench would also open up the space as they don't have the visual clutter of chair backs. Instead of having a sideboard and TV unit as 2 separate entities, I propose a connected one to maximize storage space. I pushed the couch to the middle of the room to optimize viewing distance while creating space for a tall feature plan, arch mirror, gallery wall, and a desk. And for the limited kitchen bench space issue, I recommended putting an IKEA Fialbo shelving unit perpendicular to the kitchen island after seeing a similar concept done by Becky and Chris. The rustic look and semi-closed door at the bottom makes it a perfect unit for a coffee bar and extra appliances. To create 2 working spaces, the second bedroom had to be converted into a home office, as the small room by the front door did not provide ideal working conditions due to its lack of natural light. After experimenting with a few configurations, I suggested a tall boy between the door and windows for storage, a daybed tucked in the corner of the room, and a desk beside it. I chose a daybed instead of a sofa bed as they are 30 to 40% narrower than single sofa beds, which meant we could use a larger desk. The small room by the front door was then converted into a mudroom for jackets, everyday items, and shoes. The nook here presented a fantastic opportunity to design a custom-sized bench that mimics a built-in without the need for a permanent installation. The final mood board picks up on elements of mid-century modern and Japandi-style through the use of nature-inspired brown color scheme as seen on the sofa and timber details throughout the space. The final step was to add finishing touches through styling. I added a white 2-tier floating shelf above the appliance storage unit for mugs, saucers, and small bowls. As the white of the shelf is so close to the wall color, it seamlessly blends into the interior and makes it look like the objects are floating from afar. As there was so much brown in the interior, I added some cooler tone cushions and a throw on the sofa to increase contrast. I finished by styling the room with the client's personal belongings, some plants, and a few lamps. The final space has two themes. The open plan living and dining area has a moody, warm, and cozy feel, with all the leather, black metal, and walnut. While the bedroom, office, and mudroom has a light, crisp, and airy feel, which is typical of a Scandinavian interior. The curtain fabrics we use also reflect the themes, with the Burano ivory fabric in the living and bedroom, as it provides a warm and cozy feeling, and the Alexandra Blanc fabric for the office for a more crisp and energizing feel. The existing pieces of furniture became the foundations of the open plan living and dining space. Next to the walnut desk, the dining space features a Fialbo shelving unit to store the client's coffee machine and extra kitchen appliances. It has quite a dark finish, so we opted for a lighter dining table, chairs, and a bench to create the illusion of a larger space. A combination of black and walnut accents on the tabletop helps tie in the dining area with the rest of the space. We also chose to use a bench instead of a third seat so the dining area will seamlessly blend into the living area and not feel overcrowded. Moving into the living room, we continued the light oak finishes found in the dining area, in the artwork frames, and similar beige tones within the artworks. Next to them is a brass arch mirror, which allows light to be bounced around to once again give the illusion of a larger space. The brass detailing is continued in the floor lamp that has a dark fabric drum shade which ties in well with the leather sofa and rustic coffee table. To continue this moody theme, we installed IKEA Bessa units opposite the couch to be storage space as well as a TV unit and a sideboard. The office in the corner of the apartment already felt very light and energizing, which is perfect for a workplace as it is drenched with natural light throughout the day. The setup here is quite simple, with a 2-monitor desk setup, a daybed, and a tallboy dresser between the door and window. I added a plug-in wall sconce just above the daybed for reading and ambient lighting at night. As the clients didn't want a permanent fixture here, I added a cable clip in brushed titanium to tidy up the cables and also make it look intentional. Next to the office is a balcony, which is also accessible from the living room. There wasn't much space to work with, so we got a set of outdoor lounges and a coffee table that can be used for entertaining or to simply enjoy the outdoors. The minimal theme is continued in the bedroom, with a pair of compact oak bedside tables on either side. There's also a black and brass metal lamp for contrast. Opposite is a rattan makeup table tucked in the corner, with a footstool as well as an IKEA Norderly dresser for extra clothes storage. To finish off the space, we added a ripped green mirror from a local Australian company, as well as a gorgeous cream linen table lamp. Like the other rooms, there are sheer curtains for soft filtered light in the morning. The final room is the mudroom, where our goal was to maximize space as much as possible. On one side of the space is an open wardrobe from IKEA for coats, jackets, and shoes. On the other side there is a full-height wall mirror which can be used for quick checkups before leaving, as well as a small key hook and a custom bench. The custom bench is made from Australian hoop pine plywood, painted in white to blend in, and a 10cm plinth in line with the skirtings. To finish this apartment, we placed a tribal running rug in the hallway to prevent dirt being walked in. Small or light rocks often move around when stepped on, which can be a trip hazard, but luckily it can be easily fixed with rock tape underneath. I put a couple of pieces under both ends and in the middle of the rug. Note that this will not work with rugs on top of carpet, as the tape won't stick on the carpet surface. And that is all for this house to home episode. I hope you enjoyed this home transformation. If you live in Sydney, Melbourne or Canberra and would like to be featured in the series, drop your name in the form in the description box or in the pinned comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.